Thank you. All right. Wow. Good evening and welcome to the postgame press conference for the 2022 Basketball Elite quarterfinal matchup between Valdosta State and Western Washington. We are here with head coach Carmen Delco, along with student athletes Brooke Walling and Molly Wilson from Western Washington. Coach, we'll start things off with an opening statement from you, then we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, I think Valdosta State played an amazing game. They played such great defense and they play well together. And I think we are super excited to be able to get this win and be able to move on and get to play another game together.
That's great. We'll open up for questions. And then if you're online, just remember to raise your hand and then we'll allow you to ask. We'll unmute you and then let you answer your question.
Coach, defensive battles all season long. This may have been tops among all of them. In the end, it was a defensive stop that got you guys the win. Just talk about the defensive resolve and coming back from a little bit of a tough start.
Yeah, I mean, it was a rough start, and I think the good thing that we didn't do is we didn't panic. I think we, again, like you said, counted on our defense, and it's something our players have really bought into and know that it can control outcomes of games, and it certainly did tonight.
All right, we'll go to Haley Palmer on Zoom. All right, Haley, gotcha.
Yeah, down 13-1 early. What's the message there to get the team to turn things around? And was there any panic at all?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, Carmen.
I mean, sometimes I think we came out a little bit flat, and they did a really good job of hacking it inside, and we definitely like to drive and go inside, and then they took that away from us. And so I think we just needed to settle in and catch the ball ready to shoot a little bit more and move the ball and not stand so much. But, I think we've been in this situation before, and I think if we don't panic and if we stay together and know that our defense can control things, certainly things can turn around.
We'll do one more in the room.
Molly, you provided a lift off the bench today and had a couple big three-pointers. Just talk about the team's resolve and coming back from that deficit and then just pushing through all the way to the end.
Yeah, I mean, our team is just awesome. We knew what they were taking away, so we realized what we needed to do. We started running more, and that kind of gets our offense going. And then once we get into a good flow, we start hitting, and then our defense just rolls off of that. It was just a really great team win, and we're excited to play on Wednesday.
Brooke, your postseason has been amazing, inside, outside. Just talk about how you kind of come through this program. This is your first year with the Vikings, and this is your time to shine. And how has it been to just take over the postseason like you have?
We just really don't want to lose, and we want to go as far as we can. And I feel like I just try to do it all for my team and just do it for them. And they support me so much, and so I really I give all my credit to them.
Any more questions on Zoom? And see your hand up. Do you have any more in the room?
Coach, you're going to the Final Four.
I know, we're so thankful, we're so excited, and this team has, had a lot of ups and downs through the year, and I think this is just such an amazing way to continue and keep playing together and keep fighting.
Fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much and congratulations, and we'll see Western Washington on Wednesday, and we'll continue a little bit with Valdosta State.
Awesome.
All right, good evening and welcome to the postgame press conference for the 2022 Division II Women's Basketball Elite Eight quarterfinal matchup between Western Washington and Valdosta State. We are here with head coach DeAndre Shermer, along with student athletes Nicole Hain and Kawangela Vera of Valdosta State. Coach, we'll start things off with you with just an opening statement of tonight's game, and then we'll go over the questions.
Well, first, credit to Western Washington. They have a fantastic team. They're very well coached. They're very well poised. You look at their schedule in a year, they've played in, I think, like 3 or 4 overtime games. You could tell that when the game was close, they really played very well and were able to close out down the stretch. And we knew that this was going to be a game of defense and this is going to be a game of rebounding. And, I really felt like we didn't get it done on the glass. They did an excellent job of taking advantage of their size and pounding them all inside. You see the 34 points in the paint by Western Washington. And I felt like for us, we know that we have an inside out punch, and we really didn't shoot the ball as well as we can, you know, looking at our 3-point percentage, we shot 23 and they shot 33, and that's uncharacteristic for us. And we were getting open looks, we were getting the shots that we usually get. And in a game like this, and when everybody's good and it's Elite Eight and there's a lot of talented teams, you gotta play to the moment. You gotta be able to shoot the ball, you gotta be able to knock down shots. And I really felt like, you know, we were getting open looks and we weren't able to hit them. And our defense held off as much as they could. You know, our defense was trying to hold them off and keep us close, which I think they did, but you're not gonna win too many games shooting 34% in the Elite Eight.
No questions.
Coach, you guys started out really well, 13-1 run. Then they just kind of clawed back. I think their first lead was that bucket at halftime in the game. Did you see something shift? Was it them just settling down, or what kind of did you see as the game progressed there?
Yeah, I think that for us, we delivered the first punch and then they delivered the second punch. And I felt like we staggered back a little bit, and that kind of caught us off guard. For us, we're a team of runs. You know, when we went back to that lead, I think our girls were like, "Oh yeah, we're used to this." Like, you know, we're full momentum. We're gonna make a run at it. We're clicking on all cylinders, and it really felt good. And I felt like once they started making their run, we got a little bit wide-eyed. We also got in foul trouble, which really hurt us because we're trying to get different rotations and stuff like that. But I do think that, you know, I was proud of our response in the second half. I was proud of our response in the third quarter. Dog fight in that third quarter took away some things defensively. And, you know, I think if we hit a few shots down the stretch, I think it might have been a different outcome.
You mentioned the foul trouble there. I think at one point in the first half, Mallory, Kay had 3, Nicole had 2. Feel that kind of hamstring you, and then to get back into the game there as that first half came to a close, and then it was back and forth in the second half.
Yeah, I think it was definitely a factor. I think it's something where, you know, we've struggled with depth all year. And so when we get in foul trouble, it's a little bit different because, you know, we have a smaller bench that we're trying to turn to and look at. And, you know, looking at their bench points, they had 24, we had 16. So that was something, their depth kind of was able to prevail a little bit because they got in foul trouble as well. But that's, yeah, it definitely slowed us up. I think it was something that we had to manage and then figure out how to be aggressive defensively while we're in foul trouble, which was tough for us.
Nicole, can you just talk about your careers in this year at BSU and what this year's been like for you guys?
Been an absolute pleasure. I think I mentioned before that I'm really blessed to be where I am and with the group that I'm with. Both last year and this year have been incredible. I couldn't have asked for a better group for us to play with. I don't doubt any of our efforts. I don't doubt any of our heart or any of our dedication to the game. And for me to be on a team where I don't have to doubt that ever, that is the best thing I could ever ask for. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm just grateful to have been able to play here. Just want to give thanks to my family for their support. I'm grateful to our administration here and the support they give us. Grateful for my teammates. And no one else I would have wanted to play my last year. Excuse me. And then I'm grateful for Coach D. She's a phenomenal coach. She empowers us as women, and she puts us in great situations. She takes great care of us. She's a real deal, and I'm grateful to have been able to play for her. And just incredibly blessed. Wish it would have been a different outcome tonight, but grateful to have been able to wear Valdosta State across my chest.
Any other questions?
Yeah, just Coach, talk about your senior heavy, these two, what they meant about us to stay in this run.
Nicole. I can't describe what these two mean to this team, to this program, but also what they mean to me personally. You can sit here and say, you know, Kay is probably one of the best players I've ever seen play Division II basketball. Nicole's right there with her, but they're even better people. A lot of people don't know Kay's had a torn ACL for the last half of the season. We didn't even tell the team that. She didn't even want to tell the team that. Because she's like, Coach, they need me. And I just think of this group, and I just think of how tough they are and how relentless they are. And I could not be more proud of the women they are and what they represent, whether it's playing basketball or not, as human beings. This is the cream of the crop. These are all Americans as far as character, as far as, you know, resiliency. And I know that they're going to be successful in whatever they do. And these tears are more because I don't get to hang out with them every day. I don't get to give them a hard time. I know Kay's gonna go off the grid. She's probably gonna live in the woods. No cell phone, no nothing, so I'm gonna have to get a little tracker down. But I just feel like if you're talking about basketball with these two and with the rest of our team, you've missed the whole point. And that's something I'm really proud of. And when I remember this team, I'm gonna remember the personalities, I'm gonna remember the high character, and I'm gonna remember that they were fighters. And that's something I'm really proud of.
Well, that's a heck of a way to end their rest of the season. Congratulations on a truly great run, and thank you for your time.